Hello and welcome to Dashboards with Claude. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. By the end of this short video, you'll see how we can use the Claude add-in to help us build some cool Excel dashboards. Let's head straight to Excel, exercise 1. Okay, before we jump right into the dashboard building, let's just get our bearings. The first worksheet I have is data, and it has a bunch of sales data, including things like order date, ID, channel, region, territory, customer, product line, product, quantity, price, and you get the idea. The next worksheet is called targets, and it has quarterly targets for region and product line. And then I've left an empty worksheet for the dashboard. So in exercise 1, we just kind of want to use Claude to help us plan the dashboard. So if you haven't installed the Claude add-in, you just click add-ins, you search for Claude, and you install it. The add-in itself is free, but to use it requires a Claude account. Then we click Claude to open up the side panel. Now we can enter our prompt. Rather than typing it, I'm just going to copy and paste. And basically it says, plan a dashboard layout for the sales data. Suggest the KPIs, charts, and summary tables we should include and where they should go on the dashboard sheet. Consider what a sales VP would want to see at a glance, and go. And I'll speed this up. Okay, and here it is asking a question. But before we get to the question, let me scroll up and review the output. It says, let me first examine the data and targets to understand what we're working with before planning the dashboard. Now let me check the full scope of the data. Excellent, I now have a clear picture of the data. Here's my recommended Sales VP dashboard plan. And then it lays out the plan. Data, approximately 3,500 orders spanning 2030 to 2031 across 4 regions, 4 product lines, and 4 channels with quarterly targets on the target sheet. So it's looking at the sheets, it's looking at the data, and it understands it. So then it comes up with this plan. Row 1 to 2, dashboard title bar. Rows 4 to 7, KPI scorecards, the at a glance row. A VP's first look, big numbers, immediately scannable. Each KPI in a styled card spanning approximately 2 columns. Rows 9 to 24, revenue versus target analysis. And it lays this all out. Rows 26 to 42, trend and mix analysis, and it lays this stuff out. Rows 44 to 60, product and profitability deep dive. And then operational metrics. And then it provides a summary of the components. And then it says, want me to go ahead and build the dashboard. Before I start, a couple of questions to ask. Okay, should the dashboard cover the full 2030 to 2031 period or focus on a specific year or quarter? Okay, wow. Let's say 2031 only, most recent year. Any components you'd like to add, remove, or change priority. I can build it as planned. I can start with the KPIs. Or I can say I have specific changes. I'll say start with KPIs and top 4 components. Okay, and I'll speed this up. Okay, and it provided its final plan, and it says, should I go ahead and build it? So, now that the plan is in place, let's go to the next exercise, exercise 2. Okay, now that the plan is in place, let's just have it go ahead and build the KPIs. I'll say yes. And I'll speed this up. All right, so it has component summary, KPI scorecard. It has all of these values. Revenue versus target table, revenue versus target by region chart, monthly revenue trend, revenue by channel. All formulas are dynamic and reference the data and target sheets directly. Okay, that looks good. So let's go ahead and head over to the dashboard. Okay, and let me close this so it's a little easier to see. All right, and I'm just gonna zoom out here just so we can kind of get an overall layout. So across the top, there's these cards. That looks wonderful. And then there's the table. Looks like it has some conditional formatting. And then I have 3 charts here. I have this bar chart, revenue versus target by region. I have this line chart with trends, and I have this revenue by channel chart. So overall, first of all, it got to this structure way faster than I could have done manually. So even though I'll inevitably make some changes, it definitely got this first draft very fast, much faster than I could have. Now let's zoom in and take a look more closely. First of all, I want to make sure that these values are formulas and not just values. That way I can audit them. So let's go to total revenue. Okay, sure enough, it uses a formula and it uses the SUMIFS function. And that means I can go back and I can double check that this is pulling in the right numbers and it has the right arguments and that it's giving me the right values. And I like this a lot better than just giving me a static value that I have to go recalculate. Gross profit is also a formula, which is great because I can go backtrack it and make sure it's correct. Gross margin, this looks like a simple division, that looks fine. Total orders uses the COUNTIFS function. Average orders is a simple division, and so on and so forth. So I'm glad that it did this because I can go back and spot check these numbers and review the formulas and make sure that I'm comfortable. It also has some year over year, and this again looks like it's with the formula, which is great. And then we have our table, revenue versus target by region and product. So I have some region and products, and the actual is perfect. It's a formula with the SUMIFS function. Awesome. And I would go spot check all of these. The target looks like it's a direct cell reference, so I can find out exactly where that's coming from. The variance is a subtraction. This is a division with some conditional formatting. And this column also looks like it has some conditional formatting. So overall, I say this is great. Again, if I wanted to make any changes, I could, but this initial first draft is here very quickly. Let's cruise over and check out this chart. Revenue by target by region. So I see some regions. I have target revenue. I might want to make some cosmetic changes, but overall, this is a good first pass. Let's scroll down. Revenue by channel. Again, I might want to make some cosmetic changes, but overall it's here and it's a great first pass. And my monthly revenue trend, 2031 versus 2030, and it's got these clearly labeled. Again, I might make some cosmetic changes, but this got this first draft here very quickly. Let me slide this chart over, and it looks like this chart is using this as its data source, which is great. If I click on this chart, this is its data source, which is great. It also actually gave me this group, so I can just close this group if I wanted to hide the values. So that's fine as well. So let me put this back over here, and I would probably move this one down. So I might reposition some of this stuff. But again, it got me to this first draft very quickly. Cool? All right, cool. Let's go to the next exercise, exercise 3. Okay, then what I'd want to do is I'd want to do some more detailed spot checking. So what I'm going to have Claude do is actually build a little tieouts table or some error checking here, just so that I know that the key values in the dashboard tie back to the source data. So rather than type that prompt, I'm just going to copy it, cruise back to Claude, paste it, and go. And I'll speed this up. Okay, and then it finished up. And let me adjust these column widths, and let me close this. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at here. Dashboard tie-out checks, KPI, total revenue. It uses a direct cell link so I can tie it right back there. And then the independent calculation, and this ties back to the data source so I can audit that as well. It calculates a difference. It gives me a pass or fail along with some notes. And so it generated its own error checking sheet. I mean, of course I prompted it, but hey, this is pretty cool. And so it looks at all these key values, total revenue, gross profit, and on down the line. And then it gives me an overall status that says all of my data checks passed. All right, so honestly, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So this is how we can use the Claude add-in to create some dashboards. Again, it got us to our first draft much faster than I could have. And obviously I would never blindly trust the AI. I would spot check things. But we also asked Claude to help build us a little tie-out to help speed up our error checking as well. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Hey Excel user, if you ever need to create summary reports, check out my pivot table for beginners video. It starts at the beginning and shows how to store the data transactions in a table and then how to summarize those transactions with a pivot table report. I hope it helps unlock the incredible power of pivot tables.
This video is a production of Excel University.